What's up, fight fans? Thank you once again for coming through. Much appreciated. Remember, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. Loads of new subscribers, so to all those new subscribers, thank you very much. Happy Christmas, guys. I'm probably not going to do a video, I don't think, until the new year, or until Christmas at least. So happy Christmas in advance. Drink loads, eat loads, be safe. Be safe. Be safe. No drink driving, please, if you can. All right, let's talk Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. So obviously a conversation that's probably going to go on and on into the new year until they fight. So probably all of 2018 is going to be about Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, especially if Tyson Fury can get into some sort of shape, right? Eddie Hearn, who I almost take with a pinch of salt nowadays. I don't really take what he says too seriously, but nonetheless, he's one of the biggest boxing promoters in the world, so you've got to listen when he speaks. He has said that Tyson Fury is asked for a 60-40 split. I'll say that again. Tyson Fury is asked for a 60-40 split in order to get Anthony Joshua. He says, and I quote, when he spoke to Tyson Fury, he thought he was joking, but Tyson Fury was like, look, I am the A side. I want all the championship privileges, and at the same time, Anthony Joshua wouldn't be in this position if it wasn't for me. So let's kind of run through those first. Let's start from end to beginning. Anthony Joshua wouldn't be in this position if it wasn't for me. Very true. Let's not lie, it's very true. Obviously, Tyson Fury won the IBF title that was then stripped. Anthony Joshua then fought for that title when he fought Charles Martin, who fought Glasgow for it. Was it Glasgow? Can't remember anyway. Can't remember who it was, but when Charles Martin fought someone, Anthony Joshua then fought Charles Martin. So in that sense, Anthony Joshua winning his first title is probably down to the fact that Tyson Fury did go out there and beat the man that was Vladimir Klitschko, and thus all the belts went all over the place, right? So I guess Tyson Fury talking about being in position in terms of Anthony Joshua being the world champion, there's probably a bit of truth in that. In terms of being in a position where Anthony Joshua was selling out Wembley Stadium and the Principality Stadium in Cardiff, absolutely nothing to do with Tyson Fury whatsoever. Anthony Joshua has built that and built that himself. So that's a load of BS. With regards to Tyson Fury wanting a 60-40 split, Tyson Fury isn't a draw like that. And never has been a draw. I remember watching Tyson Fury when he fought Derek Chisora and Christian Hammer. They weren't two sellouts, and obviously he had to then go abroad and fight Vladimir Klitschko. He isn't a draw, he isn't a pay-per-view event man by himself. Obviously, with a good dance partner, absolutely, that dance partner being Anthony Joshua, but Tyson Fury, for example, couldn't go and fight Povetkin and it be a pay-per-view event. Just wouldn't be, especially in this country. Whereas Anthony Joshua fights Povetkin, obviously it's a pay-per-view event. Anthony Joshua has built up that pay-per-view moniker himself. I say himself, but with obviously Eddie Hearn helping him. Tyson Fury won all the champions' privileges. You know what it is about all this? Someone has to tell Tyson Fury is in this predicament because of himself. Fact, right? Tyson Fury, whether people believe it or not, has failed a drug test. He was out of the ring for a year. UKD had a problem with him. That's his own doing. That's his own doing. The only thing I will say that's been wrongly done to him is the fact that he got stripped of his belts for not fighting his mandatories ridiculously quick. That's not his fault. But in terms of the predicament where he's in, where he's not been fighting for a couple of years, that's his fault. So no one owes him nothing. He's a good seller of a fight. I think he's a fantastic for the sport of boxing in terms of his entertainment value. But in terms of having this, I want this, this, and this, and this, and this, no, you don't get it, because whatever problem you had in terms of you not being at the ring for 2 years is your fault. No one else's. No one else's, unless you're going to reveal that, I don't know, someone spiked your sandwich or something. It's your fault. What do you guys make of Tyson Fury wanting this 60-40 split? It is... Look, Tyson Fury knows he's not getting that, right? I guess you start... It could be two things, right? You're doing this to avoid the fight. You know, it's almost that kind of thing about the playground bully. Will say all the shit they do. When the kind of the picked on kid stands up to them, there's almost like a don't really want this. And I sometimes get the sense of that with Tyson Fury. I know he's a fighting man, he talks about he's a fighting man, but I sometimes get the sense of that you're talking all the talk. He has been for a while. Anthony Joshua, you're just a bodybuilder, you can't fight, blah, blah, blah. Almost playing that playground bully kind of moniker, that character. And then when it comes down to, okay, sign on the dotted line, it's like, well, Not yet. Because that's a reason you'd ask for a 60-40 split. You're never going to get a 60-40 split with Anthony Joshua. Not possible. The second thing is, look, you start high in negotiations. That's just how it works, right? That's just how it works in negotiations. You start really high. You start at 50-50, you're going to get 35-65. That's kind of where I think Joseph Parker's probably going right now. You start with 60-40, you probably get 50-50. So maybe that's what you do. You start negotiations really silly just because that's what you do in negotiations. You don't put the first offer on table and say, yeah, give me that. You just don't do it. You don't say what you're really worth. I mean, in terms of what you're really worth, in terms of what they both bring to the table, it's probably a 70-30 split, if I'm honest with you. It probably is. You don't say, yeah, I'll fight Joshua for 30%. You don't do that. You go high and you go low. You go high as he's done, and you just wait and see. And believe you me, if he comes back, he wins a couple, i.e. maybe start with British title, Sam Sexton, and then maybe move on to something else in terms of maybe a fringe European level type fighter, and then get into some sort of shape where I get down to 20, 21, 22 stone. People will be clamoring for it. And if they're clamoring for it, Eddie Hearn will take the 50-50. Just will. He just will. He just will take it because it's a big British fight. But what do you guys make of it? I want to know. I want to know what everyone thinks. 60-40. Is he crazy? Is he crazy? Or is he smart? I'm thinking the latter. Let me know what you think. Peace.